What's guys, so welcome back to Megastore Simulator. There is so much going on in the intro. We've got a plane flying overhead, a delivery coming in, this guy hanging out. But dude, we have been hard at work. So we are currently on day 28. We've got a big delivery coming in here. And we've got a lot of deliveries that have already happened. So this back area back here, as you can see, is starting to get a little bit insane. I have been reinvesting in our business and just kind of building up our inventory. I feel like we were always on the edge of being able to expand, but then we kept having to buy new product and whatever else. So basically, we're going to be set for, I would hope, at least a few days, if not a week. We've got multiples of all sorts of products, and what we currently have should stay stocked for a while. So since the last episode, not a lot has changed. We did upgrade our employees a couple of times. We've got some really good employees now. So on the restocking side of things, we've got somebody in the morning and at night. We've got Juliet in the morning, $100 a day, 127% movement and 122% work speed. Then we've got Alexander bringing up the rear at 132 for 124 and 129. Let's see if we have anything better there. We're not going to get anything better. Now, on the bakery staff, of course, we've got Bryson. He actually hasn't changed. He's at 128 and 120 with 90. We're not going to be able to beat that. So we do have some really good staff here, and we do have the opportunity to hire 2 more staff. So we might start looking into cashiers. We'll see what happens. It looks like we've got some decent people on the lineup here. Ooh, this one's pretty good. Honestly, there's a couple good ones in here. 124% there. That's pretty good. We might need to think about Lorelei here. I'm going to wait for right now because we want to start organizing all this and expanding out here. So basically just been really focusing on saving money up and getting a lot of stock. I did learn that the restockers will restock when it's 50%, which this is an update. It wasn't saying this before. Obviously, our baker will do it at 75%, and then it doesn't have to be in this little area over here. They will put stuff here after they're done restocking with it, but you can just throw it anywhere back here. It can be on a shelf. It can be over here. It can be in the middle of the floor. It doesn't matter, and they'll just take it and go put it out there when it gets under 50%. So one stocker in the morning, one stocker at night is really all we need. The one thing I really want is I want to run out of baked goods, which I just bought way too many of, which was kind of a mistake. And then also these. We've got these on mega sale right now, so we're going to try to get rid of those so we can get rid of this thing. I also fixed a couple of prices. We still had some stuff that was either super sale or it was, some stuff was at like a 70% markup, which was crazy. So currently all the prices are good. We've got everything at 30% sales impact or less, negative sales impact that is, and we're going to get back into this. Now, one thing I really want to focus on, because we need to be able to expand and start adding more and offering more industries here. We're going to have to get into clothing and electronics and music and whatever else. We need to automate this. So what we're going to do is we are going to be purchasing our first self-checkout desk, which is going to be $1,500. So let's go ahead and buy this. We're going to deliver it to the storefront. We now have no money, which technically, I think we've already paid salaries to start the day, so we're going to hope that we're going to be okay. But we're going to open this store up. We're going to get this self-checkout in here. I'm still going to work this till, and we're going to see how that works out, how it's split up, kind of what happens. So let's open this thing up. This is going to have people... We don't really have a good spot for it, do we? I guess we just kind of have it lined up like this. That works. And people are going to be able to check out and get out without me being here. So what we're going to do is we're going to test me plus a self-checkout. Ooh, looks like they might default to that. Interesting. Although, to be honest, I kind of default to that too. Oh, they're really defaulting to that. That might be our play going forward. But I'm imagining there's still going to be people that want to deal with us. I don't know. We're going to see. Should we just get an army of these? Should we continue working this ourselves? Should we hire a cashier? It does look like if there's a line there, some people may come to us. $14.75. Thank you very much, sir. Okay, so we are still getting some people. So what we're going to do is we're going to run 2 days. I say we have one day with one self-checkout and us, and then one day with the self-checkout and a cashier, and just kind of see how that shakes out. Obviously, we're going to have to build up the funds a little bit again. What's our next expansion? I'm very excited to actually start expanding and stuff. So $800 for store expansion 2. I would think we're going to go for that, and then we're probably going to get a new license and kind of branch out into a new industry. We just got to make sure that we have enough money to be able to do that without stretching ourselves too thin. That's, you know, scaling is one of the hardest parts in business, and this is definitely the start to it for us. But I love this game, dude. Look at this. Look at how hard she's working. Oh my goodness, that's what I'm talking about. So yeah, just kind of spent a few days grinding, trying to get our inventory up, try to get our money up. Obviously, we don't have a lot of money to show for it, but we've got, you know, net worth wise, we've got a lot of inventory in the back. Everything's organized nicely. We did add this thing. I forgot to tell you guys that we do have chicken nuggets for sale now, $6.75 for a bag, a family pack bag of chicken nuggets, which I honestly feel like is pretty good. And look at this. Okay. So we've got certain weight spots. I wonder if you need to make sure you've got enough spots for people to be able to line up. Otherwise, other people can't come in. But it looks like people definitely prefer this. So if we had like 4 or 5 of those, that could be pretty big. But he just went straight there rather than waiting in line. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But I know for a fact that if I don't have anything that I'm going to need, like, you know, I like weighing it and typing in what it is and typing in the SKUs and stuff like that. Obviously, alcohol, I'm kind of tempted to go to a real person because they're going to need to see it anyway. But there's typically somebody sitting over top of it, just kind of waiting for questions, and inevitably people kind of mess things up on the self-checkout and just kind of making sure people aren't stealing and stuff. So, I mean, I'm a big fan of self-checkout. Even if you're getting alcohol or anything, they need to check ID. I feel like it's still a lot faster than waiting in line and waiting for somebody to scan your stuff. So, another one, AI, the whole information industry and everything else. Robots are taking our jobs. It's happening right here. This was kind of the first job I think they took. This is already looking pretty good though, dude. We had basically $0 in our bank account and we're sitting at 772 already. We've got enough. Got to make sure we pay all of everyone's salaries, but things are looking good. I do think this is going to be I mean, look at all the customers in here, dude. This is amazing. I think this is kind of starting to get towards the cusp of, ooh, we've got an interesting one here, 3775. Thank you very much. Got a couple more here, but I think this is where we're really going to be able to start doing damage and expanding. I think it's going to be kind of a parabolic curve here. Obviously, we've taken a long time to get to this point, but as soon as that ball starts rolling downhill, we're really going to be able to make some moves. Beautiful, got that. Every time I try to stand up, somebody else is buying something else. Thank you, man. We're looking at $50 even. Appreciate that. The one other thing I wanted to show you guys is this. Look at this. Somebody finally took, what even is this? Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Our sugar. Somebody finally took the sugar off the back here. So yeah, eventually the goal would be to have 1 million of these things and just have like a constant influx of pallets of ordering the max number of things. Cause that's kind of what I was doing. As you go in here, it's really nice. You can see everything that's in the store. You can see on shelves versus off shelves. And I was trying to get everything above 50, which it looks like we did a pretty good job. But for example, that sugar, we've got 112 on there. So eventually the goal would be we just have everything ordered by the pallet. We don't have anything to do with it. We can get like I don't even remember where I saw it. It wasn't licenses, was it? Furnitures? No. Did he just whisper in my ear, should have bought a camping chair? But yeah, there's like the automated pallets and things like that. So we could start, you know, just doing nothing but pressing order and managing inventory. And then we could just kind of let everything else work the way it needs to. I definitely gave you enough there. Perfect. There you go. All right. Get all these here. Beautiful. I do think 28, 25. I think we probably should hire that really good cashier if we can, because we've got 1,200 out. Dude, this was a great day, bro. Are you kidding me? Look at, I don't think I've ever made this much money by 4 p.m. Baker's checked out for the day. That is one thing. We could potentially try to hire another baker. I just don't think it's going to be worth it. I don't want to hire our cashier before the end of the day because I want to stay working on this, but remind me, don't let me forget, because sometimes I do forget to hire her before we end the day. That is one thing. I keep buying these to restock them, and I can't tell them not to restock that, and I can't get rid of that until they get rid of them. So I did forget about those. Don't let me forget about the hiring, please. We definitely need more space though. I'm tempted to get more bakery or more grocery and just kind of keep growing the things that we have, but I'm also really tempted to try to branch out into other stuff. We'll see what happens. Ultimately, I just want to make this space bigger and have a lot more to offer people. Although to be honest, it looks like we might want to get more self-checkouts as well. So there's a few different ways we can move the expansion here. Oh, look at this. Okay, interesting. I did see there was an update with enhanced like customer knowledge and behavior and buying behavior and things like that. So she had the self-checkout open, but she came to us. So we're not just going to be able to do an army of self-checkouts. I think we're going to need an actual checkout desk no matter what. So whether we're running that or we hire somebody to run it, that's interesting. But that's true real life. Some people don't want to mess with that. Some people want the convenience of just putting your stuff down and the not awkward conversation, but small talk and stuff. I'm not like the biggest small talker in the world. I'll tell you what, my wife is. She loves talking the ears off of people, and I honestly kind of love it too when I go to the store with her, because you can just tell, like, some people don't want to talk, but it'd be a fairly lonely job and kind of a tedious job, you know what I mean? So I feel like if you have some nice conversation, you're nice and talkative. If it's the right person, it can definitely make their day, but that's not me. That's why I married her. It's funny. I say that. Meanwhile, my job is to sit here and talk and chat and BS for a living. We always talk about how, like, it's really nice because, a lot of my friends, like, they'll go to work and then they'll come home and, like, friends and other girlfriends of Chelsea's and stuff, like, it's like, oh gosh, I haven't seen him all day. We've both been at work, and then all of a sudden he wants to play these video games. And like, for me, it's kind of the opposite. Like, I'm over gaming at that point. I've been in the office all day. I really want to go do something else. Just like why we started the vlog channel and stuff like that. And like, I want to veg out and I don't know, either go do something or veg out on the couch and do absolutely nothing and kind of decompress. But it's also like, Chelsea has been, mainly alone all day. She's got the pets and stuff, but like, she spends a lot of her time at home, and as soon as I get out of the office, she's like wanting to completely download her day and talk and all this stuff. And I'm like, my voice is sore. I don't want to talk. So we have to find a balance on that sometimes. But bam, look at that. All right, well done. It would be kind of cool if you had some like losses from that, because people will end up stealing. Thankfully, I did just remember. So we're going to come in here. I think what I'm going to do, and this might be, oh, dude, we made $2,000. That's our best day ever. This might be a little wasteful, but what we're going to do is we're going to hire the best one, 128 and 97, 124 and 109. I feel like he's actually the better one, but she costs less. So Lorelei, we're going to hire you as a cashier in the morning. And then Aiden, we're going to hire you as a cashier in the evening. And if there's anybody better tomorrow, we're going to end up firing you on the spot, and we are going to go with somebody else, but at least we have two good options here. So total sales, total profit. Obviously, we spent a lot of money on the groceries there, but we're going to be okay. So we're going to have a new cashier here. Let's see, before we even get started, see if there's anybody better. 112 and 128. We have two better ones. Are you kidding me? Both daily pay of $87. Okay. So we're going to come in here, cashier, fire. So we just wasted a lot of money there, but it's fine. Let's put him in the late shift. Perfect. Look at that. We might have just finessed that. Why were they both at $87? Anyway, now we've got two new people. We wasted $300 there, but it's going to be well worth it. How you doing, sir? Good to see you. We're looking to run a little test here. And hold on. I didn't save the info from the last one. All right, I got it. So bam, that's our end of day report for the last day. We're mainly going to focus on, I would say, customers. I think, obviously profit is going to change a lot, so I'm not even looking at that. Sales is important, their average sale, but as we add more items and start branching out into other industries and stuff, obviously that's going to go up. So really the focus is we want to get customers in the door as much as possible and then worry about the rest from there. So we're going to see what happens here. I'm going to open this thing up. I'm going to turn my face cam off, and we are just going to set up over here. You can see we do have a little bit of action happening with our employees, but we're just going to kind of let everybody do their thing here, and we're going to see if we can't, match the customer count here with the cashier and an auto checkout rather than me actually working. So we'll see what happens here. Done. So we could see up top here, this is the day where I worked. On bottom, this is the day where we had our cashiers working, and it's really close. We're a little bit faster than them. I think we get a few more people in, we make a little bit more money, but it's close enough that I don't really think that moves the needle much, especially because we got such a good deal on those two employees and their salaries. I think they're here to stay, and if anything, we'll just continue adding more of these automated checkouts and then maybe put me on a register as well once we continue expanding here. So I'm just going to go ahead and get this thing open. That feels good. So we've got a fully stocked back area here with plenty of stuff. We've got workers that are making things happen. We've got our baker that's doing a great job making sure we've got fresh baked breads for the entire store. Just imagine a store this small. You walk in, you smell all that bread, bro. There is no way I wouldn't just absolutely devour everything in sight. But yeah, so everything's good here. Really, our next move is going to be to expand. So we want to start offering more services. We want to have more room, and we we want to continue expanding the store here. So I think we're going to go expansion level 1. Let's just go ahead and purchase this for $800. Let's see where this goes. So it looks like, it's going to move it back there, but we could potentially reorganize the bakery there. I am really tempted to go with another expansion. I mean, these are getting pretty expensive, but if we go for that, we're going to be close to adding a second floor here soon. But yeah, okay, it's really going to start pushing that way. The thing is I want to know what we're going for next to know where we should place stuff. Like, I feel like we should be moving this stuff back here. I'm not going to for right now because I don't want to mess up their flow. Really, I think we're going to need some more days and some more money because I want to expand it, but I don't want to like set him up at a perfect spot and then expand it again. And then all of a sudden what we've done is not what we finally want. You know what I mean? So we've got extension 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looks like we get the upper floor at level 9. We're going to have to make some more money first. So maybe we start looking at more options. Let's see another bakery license here. It's going to be $600 for that. Shoot, we really don't have a lot of money. I say we go for it. We're going to get the next section of bakery, and then we are going to set up a snail pie, a rustic roll, and a chocolate drizzled donut. It's going to be $151.80. We're going to be able to purchase that. Perfect. I think we pay all of our employees fees at the start of the day, including the second half workers. So that's good. Everyone's already paid. We're not going to have anybody quitting from non-payment. We're just going to make sure we make enough money by the end of the day for them to be able to be paid. So really, we should probably not buy anything else, but look at this. We've got some new pastries on the menu. I'm going to put these here for right now. Let's go ahead and leave this here. And I'm going to say, so the way we had it going, I'm going to put this here and put this on this before anybody does anything. We put this guy here. Do we have any more empty? We don't have any more empty trays, bro. What the heck? Which means we're going to have to come in here. We're going to have to purchase a new piece of furniture for the bakery. Tray rack is going to be $300. I'm a little bit worried about making enough money, but we should be fine. Let me see our products here. So let's start with baguette. We're going down like this. What's after the chia seed or whatever the heck this thing is? The cupcake. It's pink frosted donut. It's wheat loaf cupcake, pink frosted donut. Then we're going to go snail pie, rustic roll, chocolate drizzle bake master. I'm going to go ahead and purchase this. Let's try to get this guy in here. My goodness, dude, this is stressful. We probably shouldn't be doing this in the middle of the day, but that's okay. Let me throw this down really quick. We just need you for your trays. So it's going to go, snail pie is going to go in here. And then the rustic roll is going to go underneath that, right like this. And then we've got this thing here. The problem is we're going to need space for these. So we're going to need ourselves another bakery shelf, and the guy is now gone, so this is going well. I wish we could take these and throw these out, but it won't let us throw these out. I guess what we could do is bake them, and then we'll get them off the trays eventually. So all of these we kind of need gone, and let's just delete all of these off of here. This is all going to make sense eventually. So these are done. We could start getting baguettes back out here. Oh, we need to get one more. We can get more of these donuts out, but we're going to need extra spaces here too. So anything extra, I'm just going to put over on this one. We're going to try to organize all this up in the future. So it's going to go top down, into out, and that's how we're going to figure out what needs what. And basically, we are handcuffed to our monetary situation. We just got to kind of wait, let these things work their kinks out. We're going to have to build up some more money. And then I say, I mean, where do we want to go next? I really want to have, like, I feel like electronics, music, sports, those should all be upstairs. To go with grocery and bakery, maybe clothing, but I feel like clothing should be upstairs too. Maybe we continue expanding grocery and bakery, and honestly getting the next license on toys would be good because we have a lot of space for toys over here. This finally sold out. We can get rid of that. Now we just need the yogurts to go out, and then we aren't going to have to restock those ever again, which is amazing. We're going to want to get these back on a market price. We're aiming for around 30%. Not going to be able to get 525, so we're just going to go straight with 5 there. Perfect. And we are going to be able to purchase more of these, and I'm going to say let's get 3. We should be able to have enough money to be able to pay our employees, and we're going to get these back in the warehouse, so we're going to be able to keep those stocked going forward. Hey, nice GTR, bro. I was just in mine. Dude, it was so good. Oh my goodness. So since I've seen you guys since when we did the day comparison, I have been out. It's honestly been a little bit weird. Like, I feel like lately I've been recording in weird segments instead of sitting down and finishing a video, which I don't necessarily love, but at least it's, you know, multiple things are getting done today. But my buddy and I we like going to Pop Stroke, and we're going to be in another Wednesday night Pop Stroke league, which I'm very excited about. It's like competitive mini golf, not competitive mini golf, but it's like more realistic mini golf. It's actually really hard, but it's a lot of fun. We almost won in the last one. So we practiced a little bit for that. Yes, I know. How do you possibly get this cool is what you're asking yourself. But no, it was just kind of like a little hangout thing. And then Chelsea was at the mall and I went and met her. We have a wedding this weekend and then a wine auction thing next weekend. And I've been worried about what I was going to wear. And I've got a couple of suits I was thinking of and whatever else. Obviously, you got to be kind of smart for it. And there's a new suit supply that just opened up at the mall at Millennia. And bro, I got two of the drippiest, like kind of fit to you, but kind of oversized, kind of like, I don't know, like a slightly more modern suit, double breasted with the 6 buttons and stuff, crazy color. Bro, it's going to be so fresh. I can't wait to post that IG. But anyway, I don't know where I was going with this. Oh, it was the GTR. I had just, because I had taken it out to go play mini golf, and then I met Chelsea at the mall. So she had a nice little run today, got some mileage on it. I meant to stop and get gas, and I forgot to. But all right, so we've got $1,000 in our pocket. Honestly, pretty good. Kind of a low-key, slow start here, but like I said, the fact that we are now, we're hitting critical mass. We're starting to hit that momentum phase. We don't necessarily have to sit on this thing all night long, and we can kind of move around and stick and move and do our thing. This is an ideal setup. So what I'm going to do, because I do think we have enough money now, and really what we should do, I don't think we have enough empty trays for it. We should move these to make it look a little bit better. Do we have enough empty trays? I don't think we're going to have enough empty trays. We're definitely, dude, that is so freaking frustrating. I mean, I guess if we do one at a time, so if we take all of these out, put this back, take all of these, we're not going to be able to take all of them. Are you freaking kidding me? Well, we could just kind of slightly move stuff one at a time, I guess. So we're going to put that there, and then we're going to take these, we're going to put this back. Because I want everything underneath each other, if that makes sense. Then we can take, hopefully, all of these, which it looks like we can. Oh my goodness, dude, this is going to be absolutely amazing. No, 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 no. Bro, stop filling, please. I realize it's an overreaction. I totally get it. But I am so frustrated that we can never do anything that we want to do because they're constantly changing stuff. But you should be able to pause your employee. Please, if the dev of this game or anybody who knows the dev or anything else, please make it so you can pause your employees. We've got great employees. They work really hard. But I want to have this right. I want to move these two things. So what we're going to do, this is stupid, but it's the only way to do it. Furnitures, we're going to buy ourselves a new tray rack. Yep. Brand new tray rack just for extra trays because we're not going to be able to move stuff now because they're just constantly refilling stuff, which would be a good thing. But I wish I would why can't I turn this tray off or pause that employee for a moment or do something? We're not even going to be able to buy. Well, technically we will have enough money to be able to buy the extra thing here. I apologize. For whatever reason, I love games like this and I really love being able to, oh my God, he filled the whole thing. So we're not, oh dude, I'm going to, no, you freaking idiot, bro, what the fudge? Okay, we're just gonna have to do this tomorrow, I guess. I don't even know what to say, bro. Okay, just go ahead and open the freaking shop. Can I talk to you? Has this been added in? Move set price pack? No, I was looking at the thing back behind him. Bro, that, oh my gosh. Okay, what we're gonna do, I say we just get because we're gonna have to reorganize all the bakery anyway. We're just gonna get the license for this, and then we're gonna get some new products here. We're only adding 2 new products, unfortunately. I mean, $32, we can get each of these. Sounds good. Okay, your boy is dead broke, but we're not a joke. I love games like this so much. I mean, you guys know I always make it a point to be really, really organized. Look at all of these nicely organized shelves, and I just don't have the option to in this one because I can't turn them off. The only way to do that would be basically to fire everybody. And we have good deals and I like who we have, so I don't want to do that. Oh, look at those big boys, dude. That's sick. Okay, we're going to put the sheep plussies down here. We're going to go $13, $14, $13.75. And then we've got these guys over here. These are going to be kind of fun. So yeah, as we continue to add new things in here, I think we're really going to start to see the profits run up. I'm going to go ahead and get these things baking because we're going to want to get them out on the shelf as soon as we have enough money to be able to buy another shelf here. which with the way I'm treating my employees and yelling at them, I think I'm gonna have a pretty serious HR issue, and I might be losing my restaurant. Anyway, dude, look at them over here, filling all these trays that I don't want filled. So what we're gonna have to do, this is the only other option. Let me fill this, put this here. The only other option is gonna be, where did I put it? Must be out here, yeah. We're not gonna have any automated bakery restocking. We're just gonna have to run that ourselves. So anything that's a bakery item, we're just gonna pick all of this up. I guess, I don't even know which bakery items it is. So we're gonna take everything. And if we put these in here, I don't think she touches them. Not a single batch of sourdough is allowed in this room anymore because she cannot be trusted. I saw another sourdough over here. Yep, that one's going as well. Not a single one. You guys cannot be trusted with this. It was too much responsibility, so we're just gonna leave it there. And now we're gonna empty all these trays, get them all empty, and when they're at 0, we gotta make sure we take it off, and we should eventually be able to move things around. Got $700 now, so what we can do, let's get another bakery, not licensed. We're gonna look for that furniture. We're gonna get another wide bakery shelf. $425 sounds good. Let's get that thing in here and we can get our new products on the shelf. Growing pains, dude. It's gonna be fine. So we gotta know, I don't know, anytime we have a new item, we gotta make sure we only buy one of that item. We don't have any backups, and we gotta make sure we have all the organization all ready to go. Otherwise, it puts us in a very precarious spot. So I'm gonna put this down right here. We're gonna move these guys. I mean, I really just, to be honest, I don't like how this space is filling up. This is gonna be a temporary move here. I wanna get items out on shelves, and then we'll move stuff around afterwards. But if we put this guy here, we're gonna be able to start getting this stuff out here. So let's do those two there, and then he will finish this up. Well, technically, I don't think he'll finish it, but let's at least get prices on these before people start getting them for a steal. I'm not gonna go all the way up. Oh, he got one for cheap. Dang it. All right, well, congratulations. You're the real winner of the day. I would be going for the cinnamon roll too, to be honest. Put that there. Let's get, oh, nope, hold on. Don't start yourself in a bad spot here, Trev. Then we've got these pecan pasties or whatever the heck these things are. I guess we'll make sure we get everything out. And then we got chocolate donuts here. I don't know. I feel like we don't need everything all out on double shelves, but I do feel like eventually, once we get big enough, we're going to be very glad that we did that. We'd have a lot easier time fitting everything in this current setup, but eventually I think all this is going to be really big. So if we have to change that later, we can, but for right now, we're chilling. So we've got 4 new items out on the shelves. I say we really start working on the grocery next. And actually, we're not going to be able to do that until we make some money. So I think we were thinking small-minded here. And you know what? I'm going to take it as a sign that we need to start thinking bigger. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move everything to $1, and I want to sell every single baked good that we have. I want to sell out immediately. I'm really curious if this is going to make them sell faster or not, because I do think what we should do is only have 1 shelf each. We are going to end up running out of space. And especially if we have a baker made, like the reason why we had 2 shelves is because it kind of let me get ahead of it, get ahead of orders, really, you know, make sure that things were prepped. Like I could start with that, and then I could come over here and work at the cash register all day. So if we have 2 bakers, one working in the morning and one at night, they should be able to keep up with all that demand. And it's not like we're going to sell out of 50 baguettes all in one go. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking we're going to be able to make this work, but I want to sell all these first. So we'll see if we can just get rid of that stuff. And in the meantime, we need to make sure we're keeping up with all of our stock in here. Is this almost done? There's 1 left. Somebody please, I'm going to put this up here. Oh, somebody buy the yogurt, please. And then I can finally get rid of this one as well. I feel like this is a Mr. Beast video. The next person that buys this yogurt gets $5,000 cash right now. If I had it, I would give it to you. We need, oh, there he is. That's what I'm talking about. Best news I've had all day. Okay, let me go ahead and pack this up. Oop, remove that product label, pack this up. We're good to go. So basically waiting for all of this to sell out so we can reorganize all of this on our own time. It's also going to make it so all of these are gone. So we're going to have all of this set up nicely, and we're going to be in a good spot. Man, I got to be honest. This dollar bread situation really is not doing much for us, but I'm just going to leave it there. I really do. I think that's going to be the play. I want to get this side of everything kind of situated, and that's just going to be, honestly, we'll wait. We'll see what all of the level 1 expansions do. How does that work? So store expansions, it's all ground floor, and then you go to upper floor, and then it's all upper floor. Oh, but then you end up going back to ground and upper, ground, upper. Okay, so it's gonna be all over the place. So we're just gonna have to figure that out, but I think the goal eventually is gonna have 2 of these guys. They're always gonna be working. We're gonna have 1 in the morning, 1 at night. That way these are always stocked, but they're also always fresh. We hear people talking about, oh, that looks stale or whatever else. So that's going to be good for us. So let's just try to get rid of these as we can, and we'll get these set up at a later date. In the meantime, I say we keep cooking. So we're going to make sure that this is open. We're going to keep things going. We've got plenty of inventory, but I think we need to start looking into more licenses. So I'm really tempted to keep going with these. I mean, why not? Let's go ahead and purchase this. So that's going to be 2 new products. We're going to have the Apple Plushie Big and Cotton Candy. Let's deliver these to the storefront. But I do think I want to try to get some more shelving units and start building a little bit more of a grocery store over here. And I don't know, dude, we're getting there. It's close. We need to be able to make more money, and to be able to make more money, we're gonna have to start adding more products. So it's just kind of all one big math problem right now. Oh, it belongs to a circular toy shelf. Perfect. I actually think we might have purchased one of those. We're gonna be able to put this up here. No, that's a circular toy shelf as well. Circular toy shelf. Look at this. Okay, kind of an odd thing to have where it is. Let's move this guy. We're going to be changing up the... Oh, actually, you know what? We could do a freezer section here. Maybe we do a freezer aisle. Obviously, this is going to change over time, but we're at least going to open up some more space. We could put this guy... She's kind of in the way. I don't think we're going to be able to get much better than that for right now, but if we put these there, so it's a per level thing. $7 on that. Dude, this game is such a grind, and I love it for that, but it is such a freaking grind. 13.25 on this guy. We're just gonna go 13 even. Okay, for the Apple Plushie. We'd even have this like this. And again, this is all gonna change with time, but at least it's gonna buy us a little bit more space here. That's pretty ugly to have the back wall like that, but it's okay. That's at least gonna allow us to continue expanding here. So what we're gonna do is go into shopping, grocery. We're gonna get maybe at least another shelf. We're going to get product license 6, so we're going to purchase this. We're definitely going to want another freezer, and this might be the same thing here, dude. If we always have somebody hired, we might want to drop down to just one spot per setup. After this video, I might have to set it up that we just let everything sell out over a certain amount of time. That's going to take days and days, bro. I don't know how we're going to do that, but that's potentially going to make the most sense. So now we've got ice cream cones. This is going to go in a freezer. Creme fraiche? What is that? Is that like, not sour cream? Is it fresh French cream? Cutlets and grapefruit are all going to be coming in here. $1,000. Just going to go ahead and send it. Going to bite the bullet here, but at least we're going to have some more stuff on shelves. And I mean, we do have a little bit of shelf space here, but we need to get more stuff on shelves so we can start making more money. I just realized I'm a little... There we go. That's a little bit better. Okay. Want to make sure I'm in frame there. I'm going to put this here so she's not messing with it, so we can at least kind of organize it a little bit. The thing is again, and I guess the grocery, this was kind of a calling for us here, kind of a heads up. The grocery, we were doing it like this because we were restocking it ourselves, but now that we have stockers, I think we're going to be fine to kind of branch out a little bit. So we're going to have this. We're going to need more fridge space. So we're gonna buy ourselves another wide fridge here for $480. Goodness gracious, dude, the cost of doing business, this is crazy. But look at this, these are actually starting to sell out here, so this is good. We're starting to clean up a little bit. We're just going for a little clean house. We're not getting rid of any of our employees. We love all of our employees dearly, but we definitely do want to start to clean house a little bit. So we're gonna have another freezer here. We're gonna put the meat in here. Perfect. We're gonna be able to bring the price up on this. Oh boy. Okay, we're gonna be looking at $14.50. Yes, sir. And then we could take this and just toss it back in the back, and she should take care of that. That's really nice. I mean, that's pretty lazy, Trev, I'll be honest, because we we could just, you know, take that meat and finish it ourselves right here, but we're gonna be fine. Let me set this here. The good news is any prices and things we set is gonna be that price going forward. So let's just go ahead and empty these so we don't give our poor employees more work. But here we're gonna be looking at maybe, ooh, not $6, $5.25. Beautiful. Ice cream cone is gonna go in the freezer, of course. And then I think we already have grapefruit spots on the vegetable shelves here, which we're probably going to want to change that eventually, but it's okay. So yeah, what we're going to have to do Oh, this only holds 6. Okay, so we can just go ahead and throw this back in here. But what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to open up. We're just gonna have to let everything sell out, and then we're gonna have to fix it after the fact. This might actually work out here. Hold on, let me move this. I hate that we don't know what directions it's gonna expand, because I would really like to know that. But if we put these like this, I'm hoping there's gonna be enough room for our fruit setups. I feel like those don't belong. There's not gonna be enough room, is there? Because there's kind of a no place zone over here. That's okay. We could just have our fruit right here for now. This is the world's most chaotic and disorganized grocery store with a manager who's just yelling at his employees. But you know what? We're turning a profit, and that's all that really matters, right? It's not about the fun we have or the relationships we make. It's about how much money we can procure. And I do feel like we're going to want to move this stuff. I feel like I don't want people moving too far. I don't know if it helps or hurts to have people moving around, but I kind of feel like having the bakery tucked back in the back here is going to be really nice. Gonna put empty trays in there. We've got more empty trays over here so we could get these set up for future bakery operations. I hate that you don't have a full set of trays on a tray. Like this is useless to me. I don't have any use for this. But yeah, I was kind of thinking the bakery like this, because we're getting a little bit longer here. So if we set it up like this, it could make sense, and it clears up the checkout area. Eventually we're gonna have a lot more checkouts and stuff, which, to be honest, maybe another self-checkout might be the way to go. I don't know. I don't know if it's more products or more ways to take money from customers' pockets. But look at this. Now we've got a bakery back here that is kind of tucked away, which obviously looks a lot better. It's going to take people a little bit longer to walk over there, which I'm worried about. If we're worried about how many customers we're getting through and how much we're able to sell, like that extra walking there, that could be the difference between somebody buying something or not. Not going to be able to move that. She's already headed to it. Okay. But we're starting to get there. You know what I mean? We're really starting to make some moves, at least. And really, when we can, like, I want to put the freezers along the back wall. And then I want to have, or I guess the refrigerators, and then we could have the freezers. We could have like a double set of freezers and then another set of fridges here, and then have the shelving units on the back side of the fridges, and then kind of start our back-to-back shelving units. Like I want to make this place look really nice. We aren't quite there yet. So 78 customers there. Now we're close to the amount of money that we want. We're going to try one more thing here. Shelves are all maxed out. We're all looking good through here. Looks like we could be getting a little bit low on inventory with this guy. I'm not going to spend any money yet, though. We definitely need these guys as well. We'll at least get these on the docket. It's going to be 27. Okay, Trev, let's get these guys in here. It's not worth waiting for. I'm going to get $1,500. We're going to try buying another self-checkout, and I want to see if that gives us a big bump in customers, because I feel like the self-checkouts, more customers, fewer staffing costs, like that's going to be a big deal. I'll just stock these things myself. So we're looking at the sheep. How you doing, bro? Good to see you. Sorry about the freak out the other day. Really appreciate you, man. And I hope you'd like your new little cubby over here. Hopefully we can get some plants and stuff to make it look a little bit nicer for you eventually. But yeah, we've got that. We've got our cotton candy. It's just one or two options in a whole box, and then these only have 2 options as well. Okay, we're gonna have to buy more of those, but I'm waiting for $1,500. Soon as that balance hits that 1,500, we're just gonna go for it here. We're running YOLO OS. We're quite certainly YOLOing it here. Why?
It's a little stale.
Why is nobody? Yeah, I'm looking forward to people not talking about it being stale. Do they not check out when we're in this? No, they certainly do. We can have up to 6 of these things, dude. I'm really wondering if this is going to be the truth. I don't feel like customers are ever waiting too long, because you've got the spots. You've got plenty of spaces here. Feels like we're back in COVID. Feels like we're, social distancing, but you've got plenty of spaces there. I've got a weird feeling that if you have more checkout options, maybe it's going to bring more customers in. I don't know how to get more customers. I like that this game is really hard. We've been doing a lot of comparing and contrasting and testing things and whatever else, and we haven't found exactly what works yet. So if you guys are playing as well, feel free to leave some comments if you have any good ideas. Obviously, I want to get into electronics and stuff, but I'm going to wait till we get upstairs. I have seen people say electronics and music equipment do pretty well, but to be honest, I'm kind of enjoying the grind up until then, as I'm sure you guys could tell as I was raging at our employees earlier. So this one is backed up to this. We'll get it nice and even. I don't know how far away it is. It's not quite like that. It's like this, I think. Okay, beautiful. So we've got 2 self-checkouts. We're going to see if we get more customers today. Bro, I cannot believe even with all of these at $1, they're just not selling. Okay, so I think I'm gonna put these back up at normal prices. Not $54 there, dude. I have no clue what this stuff was at. But yeah, if it's not gonna sell, there's no point in selling it for that little. We're just gonna try to eke the profits out of it while we can. Bro, $12 or $11.50 for this is absolutely criminal, but we're just gonna slowly let this stuff sell out, and we're gonna be at a nicely organized setup here. 1075 on the croissants. That is also crazy, but at least those are all done now. And our big moment of truth is about to come up. So we've got 2 auto checkouts and 1 cashiered checkout. Are we gonna have more people, or do we have to really focus on saving our money up, getting more products out on shelves? I feel like it could kind of go either way. We're gonna go ahead and purchase a few of these. Gonna try to keep this as real as possible. Shoot, we've got quite a... Oh no, he's filling them. I was gonna say, we've got quite a few things that are kind of sold out, but if we have any more customers, we're gonna know that was well worth it. I mean, I see all 3 being used. Sky the Green Hat just used one while she was putting stuff up on the main cash register. Obviously, register number 1 has a lot of demand here. Dude, I cannot wait to be able to afford expanding a little bit here, but they're definitely all 3 getting used, so I would not be surprised if we ended up with a higher customer count here. I just went back and checked. So we had 82 when I was working the cash register the whole day, and then we had 76 when we had the employee plus 1 register. So I mean, if we could get closer to 90 or so, or maybe even more, that could be really, really big. And it looks like this might be our final customer right here. Little 5225, little back and forth there. Love that when a nice pattern works out. And let's see here. We had 100 customers. So we need to get more automated checkouts. That's what we're going to work on here. I am going to start by sitting back. I'm just going to let this thing go. I'm just going to press E at the end of every day. I'm going to let everything sell out. And then we're going to see if we can get more cash registers and just kind of get a little bit better organization going on. A couple days later, and I come bearing the fruits of my labor. My goodness, dude, I have been grinding, but look at this absolute beauty. Can't even walk through there. You got to jump through that. But we have sold out of literally every single item, and we now get to reorganize every single shelf in this store. Literally everything. Do we have the bakery? We've got one. Nope, we've got some bakeries over here too. Okay, this... Honestly, the level of chill, the level of just appreciation for what this is incredible. By the way, we did get a couple more upgrades. I kind of wanted to see which direction things were opening up. We're probably going to end up really changing how things are. If this is going to continue going this way, I feel like we need the grocery store over here, but we're going to worry about that later. But yeah, this is just, oh, I'm so excited to actually organize this space. So to catch you guys up, basically, I just kind of sat in the back. I let our cashier work. I let our self-checkouts work. We did add another self-checkout here, and we just kind of let everything sell out so we can reorganize everything. Now, in terms of good news, we have a fair amount of cash from that. We've also got some furniture I purchased as well as this expansion here. In terms of the bad news, we did end up firing both of our restockers because they were going to go through all of our inventory in the back, and I didn't want to wait for that. So unfortunately, I did have to fire them, and that means that we are going to have to hire new restockers, and we had some pretty good ones, so I'm hoping we're going to be able to find decent people. 109, 124 is actually pretty good. I'm not going to hire them yet, though, because we want to start organizing here. So what we're going to do, we might as well put an order in, and then we'll work from there. But I'm going to go through, I'm going to buy every single item, one of each. We do have extras back in the back. Just want to make sure I'm not skipping over anything. But yeah, we've got extras back in the back, but I just want one of every item so we can just properly get stuff put exactly where it needs to be put. That's going to be $1,400 there. We're also going to have these bakery items. So we're going to add all of these. Then we're going to do these over here. We've got all of these. So in total, everything that we currently own, it's going to cost us $2,000 to order, and we're going to send this to the storefront. Now, let's get things organized. Like I said, I think eventually things are going to move. This feels like it should be the checkout area unless we eventually start expanding that way, which it looks, based on this and the fact that there's a second motion activated door, I would assume we are eventually going to go that way, but we'll wait and see. Okay, after another 30 to 45 minutes of gameplay, dude, this thing has taken multiple days of recording and lots of recording in those days. I think we're finally there. Welcome to the brand new Moist and mighty. My goodness, does this look good. So this is our checkout area. Obviously, a lot of room for expansion. We could get multiple of these. We can add more of these. I think at least one more in there would be really beneficial. Over here, we've got our groceries. We've got our toys. We've got our bakery. And we have a lovely open area here. I feel like we could put more of these over here. It could be kind of good. But, everything is nicely organized and everything is left to right, top to bottom. So this is our first like grocery item that goes on shelves. Then that's the next one. That's the next one. You go over in columns here. Beautiful. Same thing goes for over here. Same thing goes for this. Now these I have changed up a little bit. So anything that didn't really have a lot, like you can only fit 8 chickens on here. I felt like the chickens needed 2 slots. Otherwise you'd constantly be refilling them. But then stuff that has like 12 plus, I feel like you can, you know, kind of keep those in one slot. So we've got meats, we've got French fries here. I'm not really sure how I'm going to organize this. And then we've got sweets. So we'll see how all that shakes out as we add more things. We've got our little fruit section over here. And then of course we've got our bakery doing the same thing, top to down, left to right, all the way across in columns. So we are going to be all good to go. Now, back here is an absolute mess. We're not going to talk about that. And honestly, I don't have to worry about it because we are going to be hiring some staff for this. So let's take a look at the restockers. And we only have one that's going to be able to work today. And she's not very good. So we're going to go ahead and hire her. She's all we've got. And now we're just going to kind of sit here. Where is she? Oh, she spawned in at work. That's what I'm talking about. She might not have the best stats, but she is going to be hard at work. And we've got plenty of extras of everything back there. So she is going to be able to right all the wrongs on all of these shelves and make sure that everything is fully filled up. So there you guys have it. It was a long time coming. Your boy got frustrated a couple of times. We spent a lot of time making sure this was perfect, and I think it is. So I'm going to see you guys in the next episode. Obviously, we've still got like $9,000 here, which is pretty good. And we're going to be able to continue expanding, get some more licenses, add some more products, and make some more money. I'll see you guys there. Peace out.